as we go along.
Okay, right. Let me introduce my talented readers. We have Pat, Cat, and Splat.
Water is on its way. I'm waiting for Barry to do the honest, we can now shoot people.
Yes!
Good! Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Armadacon's afternoon highlight.
You've been gazumped there.
What?
Yeah. I've already done it.
Oh, bollocks.
That teaches you These are some really bad corners. These are really slimy. This is the one with the eyeballs. That's porn. Best read was the Dalek. We have had, yes, we have had a Dalek the secret weapon and the unlucky dip. Okay. So to start, I will close my eyes and shuffle the books. We have
The Origin of the Crabs.
Oh! Not as our first book!
By Guy N. Smith.
That's
We've
cool.
already had 10p to start.
Oh, no. A quid. It's too early for Guy N. Smith. A quid says no. It's too early.
It is old as well.
It can't be banned because it's a possibly later file.
Right, so let's start at chapter 1, or should we just go through a random page?
There was £1 offered for it not to be this book.
Not to be the first book then. You can't start the torture this early.
£2 to start, £2.10 to start.
Oh, fun.
Right, it's going to be the first book.
yeah.
I think so.
We've got two, I think.
Gonna do that.
Can I just ask one question? In that random pile of books, how many of Guy N. Smith?
This is the guy in white tile.
I hate
I can't see
you.
the author Guy N. Smith's name on all of them because some of them are facing the other way.
My bad.
I've been stitched up.
Okay, so am I going from chapter 1 or just around?
Just random. Everything's bad everywhere.
It'd be bad no matter what.
Chapter 7. Bruce McKechnie stared out of the study window on the sunlit autumnal scene. The loch shimmered peacefully. A golden brown carpet lay beneath the avenue of tall beech trees. The leaves still falling gently,
Yeah, what's the carpet
drifting
doing there?
earthwards like snowflakes, like flakes of snow. There was not a breath of wind. His fists clenched and unclenched.
Excuse me, I'm a bit confused. Does he carpet his driveway and is it winter or autumn?
And it's
Yeah.
How come it's moving?
Yeah. Also, it's yeah.
It's the macro.
It's a long time to carpet a garden.
His eyes were focused on the winding, rutted road. I thought he was looking out at the shimmering loch. Anyway.
Was it carpet or not? Luxury winding road.
20 pence to stop.
Oh, come on.
Oh, come on, we can do better than that.
He watched the car, a silver Rolls
50
Royce.
feet, carry on.
The chauffeur driving slowly, attempting to avoid the many potholes which presumably he couldn't see beneath the snow. The Jag
Or
and
the
the
carpet.
yeah.
Or the leaves.
The Jag and the Mercedes had left earlier. Only his own Range Rover stood on the paved forecourt, a symbol of desolation.
What, a Range Rover?
They had gone, these wealthy sportsmen from the south, and they would not be returning. Dissatisfied customers who would spread the word, telling their exclusive clubs how the sporting empire of Cranlarrick had crumbled. The game had gone. The villagers shunned the place, and there were no beaters to be had.
Was it no pizzas?
Beaters?
We're playing Quidditch.
That's what they get there,
Yeah.
Maybe a frightened bird.
When you go in hunting, you've got to have beaters.
Beat the bushes.
Neither money nor the wages of fear could persuade the latter to drive the grouse to the guns.
No, this is supposed to be a series
The previous days,
We'll find him.
I have no idea.
And it's the wages of fear, so moving jellycats can't get them.
Yeah.
Sweaty jellicoe.
The previous day's sport had resulted in a fruitless foray. Avoid alliteration always. With shooters attempting to walk behind. That actually doesn't make sense.
That's why it's a crap author.
Right, as written, it says, with the shooters attempting to walk their birds up.
It doesn't
What?
It does make sense if you know
It
about
says
it.
walk.
It doesn't matter what they mean.
It does actually.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. A row had
Actually,
developed
with
at the end of the
Guy doesn't
afternoon.
mean anything.
McKechnie had refunded the money to his departing clients. It was the least he could do to attempt. It was the least he could do in an attempt to keep the Cranlarrick reputation in exclusive sporting circles.
Least I could do is nothing.
5 guests due to arrive at that weekend telephoned their cancellations. That had nothing to do with the absence of birds. The publicity over the 2 missing shooters was responsible for the blank week which lay ahead. Rumours were circulating in high sporting circles. It was bound to happen.
Time to stop. There's bad writing and there's bad storytelling, and that's both.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's making the baby cry.
Yeah.
And the crabs were to blame.
No, I blame Guy and Smith myself.
So we have £1 to stop.
Another 20p to that?
Another 12p.
12p?
Oh, come on, you
Another
should be.
Hey, it's the beginning.
So who wants to
An hour.
Crap one. Right, £2 to carry on.
What? No, stop it.
Cruel. That's a lot of change.
Money, pay up, money in the pot.
Oh, too bad.
Don't
Stop
see if it
it.
doesn't happen.
Right,
Come on.
stop it.
Alright, stop it is winning at the minute. Don't ask me to add up 12p to 20p to this p and that p.
Just say the stops have got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stop it.
Stops got it.
Cat, stop, vampire. Is there anyone under 18 in this room?
Yes.
Yes, that will understand what's being read.
Is there anyone else?
Is there anything to do with vampires then, by chance?
I don't know
Some
that
of
much.
it maybe.
Because we weren't doing well.
I'm afraid I've actually regarded it as a vaguely non-erotic page. I think. Right.
That's the advert for men.
No, I'm going to do that. Right. The door to the top floor was locked, and they could hear nothing from within. But Leah felt morals. That's a person, it's a capital M, but it's morals. Then, as if he were all around her or inside her, and her hand reached out of its own accord and turned to the knob, calling the door open. Sarah stared. That was locked! Maybe it was tightly closed, Leah suggested, knowing differently. She slipped inside, leaving Sarah to follow, and they found themselves in a small lobby, the floor of pink marble, the walls of polished granite. She's very bright. There were 2 large doors before the elevator, and Sarah tried the handle, unsurprised to find it locked. They listened at the door. I think I hear her voice, Leah said. And a man. The door opened abruptly, and they both gasped and jerked back. A man stood there, tall, broad-shouldered, with flowing blonde hair, a veritable Norse god, and naked to the waist. Sarah's eyes widened, and Leah could see that she'd immediately fallen under the man's influence. Leah felt it herself, felt the creeping admiration rising within her, but it was held back in check by morals, her own hold on her. The man...
Capital M again?
Capital M again, yes. The man smiled at them, and Sarah virtually melted against him. He reached out and took her hand, and brushed his lips against the back of her knuckles, and the wide-eyed girl slowly fell to her knees. Something told Leah that in addition to taking hold of her mind, that touch told him everything she knew. Ah, a pair of police detectives, he said. Do come in, my sweet dears.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
He took Leah's hand and she felt a jolt, but not she thought what Sarah had done. But still she fell to her knees, imitating Sarah, wondering what the man would read in her, whether he would immediately realise that she was Morals, capital M, tool. Those in the bar had
Of a tool of his own.
Those in the bar had noted at once that she had been marked. Surely this one would too. So was that?
No, that was a 50p for a bad joke.
Oh, right.
I'll take it.
Evidently not, for he drew them gently inside and kissed them both as Wembe had done. But his lips and tongue had much more power, and both women felt their bodies become inflamed with passion as he led them into the apartment.
50p to stop.
At all?
I'll add £1 to that.
I'll go
So the audience is just getting all too quiet. And
£2 to carry.
Right, we've got £2 to £1.50.
And what's the pound of bottle?
Stop or carry on?
The 30p is to the carry on at the moment.
Okay.
So at the moment it's £2 to £1.70. I wish somebody could do the counting for me, because I'm crap at it.
I'll just make up numbers, nobody will notice.
No, they won't.
It's Sunday afternoon.
Yeah, great. At the moment it's we're stopping at the moment.
No, it's carry on.
It's carry on. Oh, it's even worse.
Carrying on.
So who's
Carry
paying
on,
the
or has
carrying
anybody
on?
got some
Do
more
we
money?
have the money?
Well,
Have the money been offered?
carry on. No, where's the money? Oh, you suckers.
He led them through a large room centred around a shallow pool, surrounded by colourful pillows and mats. Half a dozen naked girls writhed on the pillows, and all began to beg for his attention as soon as he appeared. There were the 3 missing blonde girls, Leah thought dazedly, and 3 more besides that no one had reported missing. They all looked like sisters, and were caressing each other and begging him to fuck them.
So was that 3 or 6 girls?
There's 6 girls there, yeah. And plus Sarah and Leah, so there's 8 girls there now.
Do pay attention.
But there was more, as if they were wearing odd costumes of white gold, costumes of fur, but not fur at all. In a moment, my dears, he said. Leah's breasts ached for his touch, and it was already rigid.
£2 to stop.
That's 120 to stop.
Another 50p to stop.
I think we're stopping.
I've just been told by the Chris, I'm going to stop quickly and get some food and then come back.
Oh, I wonder who's next. My goodness, it's a Pat. And he's got a wonderful science fiction book. Oh yeah? By a great author who everyone should admire.
Tully's effort. It's called Hook, the Boosted Man. I've been paging through it, trying to find something comparable to the wonders we've just been hearing. Well, the section I'm looking at, he doesn't use chapter titles, but if he did, I think this would be called Chapter 6, in which the author realises he has to write another 500 words before he can go home. So, I'll do what I can. Have you seen a Dynaman, Raffles? Yes. The agency tried to persuade me to become one once, but I told them later on, when my own legs gave out. Why? Oh, nothing. I'm due early on the electronics bay tomorrow. That's today already. You're on weapons, I take it. Well, of course. Rafflan's drank again. The champagne Oleandy was good, no doubt about that. Weapons, I know. I had a dinky little Cryphon Energy Junior when I was 9. Could vaporize all the plastic cups you could throw up. Snap, snap. Guns and me, Al, go together. And Tonota 80? Ha ha, Raffles laughed. That's rubbish. Like Cryphon Model 20. That's what I'm turning out now. Beauties. A Tonota 80 is a kid's gun compared to that.
Something bigger.
Model 20s. That's interesting. Hook was fumbling towards some line of thought whose origins he couldn't trace, but whose outcome was all important. I've always liked the Martian Mega.
I think it's going to be 50p to stop. But
I want to know what the Martian Mega is so I quit to carry on.
20 extra pence to carry on.
So 17, 50 to carry on.
suckers!
Definitely.
Well, said Raffles, pursing his lips, looking judicial, balancing his glass on his knee. A fine gun. Yes, a great gun. You know, Al, we can neurally and electronically fix a little weapon to our wrist, and it'll come shooting out when we trigger and do the job.
Hang on. You just said a fine gun, a great gun.
Yeah.
£1 to read that in the style of Donald Trump.
Yeah. A great gun. We got the greatest guns.
Bestest guns.
I got a gun. The thing, you see it now. I don't tell you. Crooked Hillary wouldn't tell you this. Well, I'm going to, you see, what it's down to is that the Democrats and Crooked Hillary, and those emails, because, you know, they don't respect the flag like I respect the flag. We all respect the flag. They don't respect the flag.
Especially those NFL players.
Oh, don't get me started on taking the knee, they say. They don't. I went to Vietnam. I would have gone to Vietnam. I did. People have served in the army. Our great country, and I respect that. And Crooked Hillary hasn't been in the army. And her emails haven't been in the army.
Been everywhere else, but not now.
I told her.
Excuse me, comrade Trump.
That was never proved. There is no collusion. Hmm?
It's fake news.
That's fake news.
Yes, so sad.
So sad. So sad.
Very sad.
You should watch Fox and Friends. It's a great show. It's got a fox and his friends. I have a friend. I have lots of friends. I have the best friend. His friends.
Meanwhile, on live tweets.
Yeah, Crooked Hillary took away my account for 11, but I didn't stop. I could because I have the great tweets. I have the best tweets. I have the longest tweets.
You have all the tweets.
I have all the tweets.
It's the right tweet.
I don't know why I'm bothering you that anymore.
I think we should have a small donation for that. Amazing. Amazing, amazing.
I'll donate.
You want to know about the Martian Mega?
Still want to know about it. What do you think I paid for?
Because that was good.
Okay.
We're paying
I'm
because
going to give
that was
Barry a
good.
little clue. Martian Mega, eh? Very potent.
Whoa.
And the Terran pacifier? Well, we're talking about guns the ordinary man can buy, aren't we, Al? I've never seen a Terran pacifier. He sounded most disgruntled about that. Stick to the cry farm jobs, Rafflins, they're fine. Who says they aren't? Outside. Time for bed, Rafflins. Work in the morning.
50p to start.
Spraying.
What?
Seventeen to carry on.
Alright, carry on, Hamid.
No, of course, this is this episode, it's smart.
Hang on.
So do we know what this Martian thing is yet?
We know it's very potent,
Oh, okay.
and that it doesn't compare to a Terran pacifier.
But you haven't seen a Terran pacifier, so I think that's fake news.
Pacifier meant for American dummy.
Yeah, pacifiers are a thing in Americans puts in their mouth to calm
Yeah.
themselves.
Yes.
What?
the present.
President Trump in the microphone.
Where were we?
Who's taking it now?
This was all bound up with his obsession that he must get into Central Records. Capital C, capital R, so I assume it's another character. He wasn't in the least tired. Sex, so where the hell did that come from?
Stop!
We're talking about guns for 4 pages.
It's obviously foreplay, you know. They must be members of the NRA.
Alright, we have a count to stop.
Pamphlets to carry on. I was enjoying it. Hits the bumper sticker out trying something out of his cold dead hand. And another.
I could live with that.
Yeah.
Right, 3, 2, 1 to stop.
Another £2 to carry on. Another pound to stop.
No, we're not.
Well, are we going to carry on? Sex
No,
seldom
no,
defeated.
pound to stop.
Stop. Time to stop.
Stop,
So,
I
enjoying
could be
it.
carrying on in my own time.
Well, do it in your own time, not in ours.
right, the stops have it at the minute.
The stops
Right,
have it.
count.
God for that.
Counted it up.
Three of them here.
Oh my God.
Did I miss anybody?
There were another two of these that were published in German. So possibly with live translation you get a copy.
Or we'll get you in German.
I can do German.
Yes. It's written in English but only published in German translation.
Why would you do that to us?
War reparations.
What have we done to deserve that?
So who's up?
Right, I've got from the eminent Professor A.M. Lowe,
Who was head of the British Interplanetary Society.
satellite in space, which is a good place for them, I think.
Yes.
Well, rather than say,
With crashing down into the middle of a city.
No, it's a good place, the best place. The bestest of places. The highest place. Yes.
Somehow I don't think satellites from the regions would have the same sort of allure.
There is one notion about this oxygen. What's to do? Have you any plan? Not a thing, said Tyrrell. It's clear from what you said that the stuff's vanishing. So we must keep it under lock and, if necessary, under guard. It's our most vital possession. Kenny's a bright lad. You might give him the job of guarding the oxygen. Right. As for the radiation sickness, I've explained it all to Professor Arcane, and he's studying the men I took down. Until we hear from him, there's little we can do, except insist everyone plays safe all the time. No exposure to cosmic rays, no working in direct sunlight, even
always
in
wear a
spacesuit.
condom.
Unless absolutely necessary. You'll see, won't you, Brown, that screens are put up to keep the sun off men at work. I will, sir. That's fine. I think everyone has done much more than Orchard or the government or anyone else expected in the time. If Arcane can dig out the reason for the sickness and suggest some means of prevention, well, we ought to go steadily ahead. In rapid
As opposed to
succession,
going steadily astern.
You know, fresh rockets arrived from Heartland. Fresh rockets! Bringing
Well,
further
then I
volunteer workers for construction, electronics and general
If they don't sell in 4 minutes, you've got to
This
throw
rocket, with the increase of men at work, the
Hang
construction
on.
of great satellite.
You said fresh rockets. Do rockets have a sell-by date?
But they go off. You've got to keep them in the fridge.
Once they pass their sell-by date, they explode.
Triple rings were completed as strong yet slender bastions in titanium alloy, that wonder metal without whose perfection the project of man into space might have had to wait. The arches and curved of... that's probably supposed to be curves of...
Bastions are what you have on a castle.
Yes.
And what has the Ministry of Agriculture got to do with this?
Well, they've got cattle, I suppose.
Well, no, if they've got the archers.
Oh, right.
Curly milk,
I'm just trying to work out this is actually English.
It's disarming, isn't it?
If it's unreadable.
Yeah, okay, I think it's supposed to say the arches and curves of alloy, corrugated for strength, began to be filled into place.
What does it actually say then?
That is pretty much what it actually says.
Yeah, but what does it actually say?
Actually say?
Actually.
I have no idea.
Neither did the author.
Who was president of the British Interplanetary Society?
Well, we actually had one. Was he the only member?
Members again. Actual, you know.
One man.
Magnetic power brought peace to peace. Riveting hand guns bolted section to section. Magnetism with aluminium on hand gun. Well, this is
Yeah.
explosive charge in the rivet head sealing the joint. Lightweight plastic in places sprayed with silver gloss to reflect the heat of the sun. Billowed over areas where shelter rather than strength was required. Double walls with self-sealing compound between them to minimise the risks and pay more money. Meteorite fragments piercing the metal. And
Actually,
the air
I'm
to
going with
escape.
25 people stop.
I'll add a pound to that. Can't we come 175 to start? Another stop. Anybody wants to punish themselves and continue?
It's totally incoherent. It's totally incoherent. It's like random sentences bolted together.
The oxygen's rabid this time of year. They get that way when they're in heat. Well, they're gaseous, they're moving around.
Middle Eastern consultant as I know it.
I'm not wiggling anything.
The great shake alloy.
Don't shake it too hard.
When magnetic pieces are holding it together.
Yeah.
Of course they are.
Well, it's aluminium.
It's titanium.
Of course they are. And you're spraying it in space. With silver
Yeah.
paint.
Sponsored by
Yeah, that was the first one. Yeah.
Hang on. If we were to use spray, would we be presenting?
No.
If you're in space, you
Yeah.
You start there.
Don't try to force more. You just don't thinking about it.
use fire extinguishers and swivel chairs just to see. How does someone to read something, please?
I was enjoying the silence.
Okay, I've been given the punctuation.
Oh.
Lovely.
How did you guess?
Anybody think I've been here before?
People of Earth, hearken to me. I am the King and Lord of Mars. To me is entrusted the defence of our great planet, the greatest in all the heavens. For millions of years we Martians have grown and developed while you Earthlings were just spawn or crawling jellyfish in the grand scheme of things. Dot. 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 Now you are growing up and you're trying to find out secrets which you must never know. Then there was some kind of interference on the radio set, and Victor just made some quick adjustments to get the voice clearly once more. It came floating into the cabin.
What, the radio?
Dot. Dot. Everything you have done and said since you left the Earth has been seen and heard by us. We've been watching you, hearing you, even reading your thoughts. Already you've found out some of our secrets, and you are going to be destroyed. Dot. Dot. Dot.
Dot. Let's not read the punctuation and how not.
No, it's fun.
Well, if you want the punctuation, you have to pay.
150 for the punctuation.
Yeah.
Okay.
Punctuation have it?
Another 50p for the punctuation.
I'll match you £2.
Okay, show of hands then. Is that for the punctuation to continue?
Yes, please.
How much is that?
We're even at the moment.
The punctuation will
Punctuation
continue
has it.
until morale improves.
Right, sorry, I'm going to have to go back because these sentences ... together. So sorry about that. You interrupted me and I'll have to go over it again. Chris, bad. Already you have found out some of our secrets and you are to be destroyed. Dot. 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 Do you hear? Dot. 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 Destroyed! That sort of chap, ejaculated Victor.
What? What?
Come on to the sex scene.
The others grinned. It was more like a musical comedy than sheer stark reality. I see your smile, the Martian Lord went on, but you will not smile when you hear what I have to say. We have heard you talking amongst yourselves. Because you have seen so much, you have been wondering at the things you have seen. Dot. 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 Wondering what they all mean. You shall know, for you will never return to the planet Earth alive to tell what you have found out. Dot. 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 You have been wondering, for example, what is the meaning of the mighty chasm which you have seen through your screens. Dash. Which we Martians are now a little alarmed to find out some Earth brain is so mighty as to devise an apparatus like this. Okay. And to invent an instrument that can enable you to see and hear us. Dot. Dot. Dot.
That's very punctuation heavy language, isn't it, Martian?
It is, yes, very.
Unlike languages like Welsh, which were created with or what's right with vowels.
No, and it's excessive amount of expectant play. She says, half-well. The mighty chasms you have seen were used by the ancient Martians to store the little rain that fell in their times, for in those days our chemists did not know how to manufacture the water we needed. Dot, dot, dot. Oh, that's enough of dot! 4!
The sentence are fast.
Well, we're in colonial times.
Oh, God. Bad joke, Pom, please.
More than 3 is a silent
Our great forebears were primitive Martians, dug these great chasms with crude implements and built pipes connecting them one to another so that no water that fell from the skies would be wasted. Dot, dot, dot. When your Earth was only a molten mass, we were thinkers, inventors. We have learned how to wipe out disease, and we are determined that you germ-ridden Earth people will not come to contaminate us. Dot, 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 dot. Fourth one.
I've got £2 stuff.
1 minute. There's another hand up over there.
Yeah, no, I'm too much arrogance.
Yeah. Okay.
Too much punctuation.
Now we have just flat. We've got the atom tracers in Tibet.
Stop it!
Those unfamiliar with this book will be utterly surprised at some common sports practiced in Tibet.
To open proceedings, Lobsang addressed his followers in a voice like a foghorn describing the contest and its purpose. Both teams, as he announced them, were greeted with hearty cheers. Then comparative silence settled over the crowd as Kit and Dorje mounted their horses and Dorje mounted their horses and cantered to the starting post.
A pound to read it in the style of a BBC sports reporter.
Another
Another
pound for the style of an old-fashioned BBC cricket commentator. And another pound for a random insertion about fruitcake.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, that's cruel.
I know.
Kit's mare was smaller than Dorje's grey stallion, and Nobu frowned as he heard the fat man increase the odds on Tibet 3-1. A lean-faced man with long, drooping moustaches, multiple ones, who appeared to be Lobsang's chief lieutenant, dropped a white flag. The horses were off. 5 times round the circle of flags was the distance, but at the end of the 4th circuit, Dorje was 10 lengths ahead of Kit, and the result was a foregone conclusion. The mare loaned by Sharon was used to carry loads, not to racing. It actually says not to racing. Is that like Chinglish?
Tibetish?
Yes. Nevertheless, Kit was able to rally her into making a final effort. Dorje won in the end by only 6 lengths, amid delighted applause. Golf clap. Oh yeah, don't worry, the fruitcake's coming. It was first blood to Tibet, and Sandy was taut and nervous as he accompanied a coup out into the arena to begin the pole vault.
A well-known Tibetan sport.
How much do you get between that?
If they were beaten, the contest was over. He tested the long bamboo pole for a moment and experienced panic when he thought about the fruitcake he had left uneaten that morning. It seemed incredible that he could be standing there in a lonely valley in Tibet, preparing to jump for his friend's freedom and his own. Suddenly he remembered his father and mother in Scotland and felt better, for they would have had plenty of fruit.
Read it in the style of Murray Baker. The Murray Walker. Was it Murray Walker? Yeah, sorry.
Oh, all right, yeah. They drew lots, and Aku had the first jump. His was taller than Sandy, but so compactly built. As he went over the bar about 8 feet, he was grinning from ear to ear, and it became so obvious that he was a practiced performer.
Sounds remarkable.
Sandy took a deep breath, ran up determinedly, and also did the jump, with inches to spare. The spectators uttered a sigh of content. Whatever the heck that is. This was going to be a real battle. Gradually, the bar rose higher, until at last, to thunderous acclaim, both boys cleared 10 feet.
£2 to stop.
Anyone?
I think Stop has it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Stop has it.
Please carry on.
Oh!
I'll add one. We're even.
Well done, sir.
And I'm 4
I lost the place anyway.
I don't think so.
I do with him.
All right, I lost the plot.
Yeah, I think so did the author. Sorry, I just have to ask, are you like practicing voodoo there?
Yes.
Right, thought so.
Rather
It was as
than
if a million cats cried out and were suffering.
what a wondrous thought. Oh, rather than the normal jungle or western tales from that great and noted author J.T. Edson, I thought I would read from one of his rarest books, Blonde Genius.
What's it? What?
Blonde Genius. It's about
A blonde genius.
yes,
Was it not a contradiction in terms?
a girl
Boy.
accidentally
Normally,
is
certainly,
by
but
her
very well.
absent-minded scientist father. When he thinks he's dropping her off at a very posh girls' school, she's actually dropped off at Blenkinsop's Academy for the Daughters of Gentlefolk.
The what?
Academy for the Daughters of Gentlefolk. Miss
Place you go when you're kicked out of
A.P.D.
Centurions.
Blenkinsop, M.A. B.Sc. Oxon, G.M. H.O.G.A. Mistress. H.O.G.A. Honorary Old Girls, Holloway's Old Girls Association.
Ah.
Oh, Centurions.
GM means genetically modified.
There have been some hijinks
Or already.
done already with a boxing match being fixed by the bad guys.
The ladies boxing.
Is it a girls' school with a boxing team?
Yeah.
They are Holloway's up Holloway Old Girls.
As you do. We have a university with a rugby team, and they're bloody cool.
No, we do too. No, we have a Quidditch team and an ultimate frisbee team who apparently are national level champions.
Scary.
Brilliant.
Have you found it?
Is the candy stick a prop?
Yeah,
Right.
because it's all about,
Attitude.
attitude.
Time symbol.
Lost the difference. Oh, here we are. Right, she's explaining to the headmistress how her friend got nobbled. Nobbled in the boxing match. She invented this drug that was absolutely indetectable and knocked people out within seconds of administration.
And that's how she got nobbled in the ring.
This is headmistress. But how did they inject the drug? I devised a version of Japanese blowgun, camouflaging it as a cigarette holder, Amanda explained, and produced such an item from the pocket. I borrowed this from Mr. Schultz's pocket while I was acquiring his liquor. He couldn't have used it from the back room. Miss Blenkinsop protested, wondering how the girl would find time to take both objects from the enforcer. No, Amanda agreed. He didn't. It was Mr. Garibaldi. Garibaldi?
Pound to do that in London when I was with.
Babylon 5.
That was a long time ago.
Pennsylvanian accent.
Can somebody say something? However he speaks.
Pigs, loose and squirrel must die. That kind of accent.
Garibaldi? I will have him pecked to death by, what are those creatures? Cats. Cats. Yes. Miss Blenkinsop softly gasped, and he was sitting in the front row. We must do something about him. I hope you don't mind, ma'am. Amanda said apologetically. I have already really got a practical joke on it. What kind? He had a rather large sum in Italian currency in his wallet. You did not deprive him of it? Not entirely, ma'am. I merely exchanged it for some of those rather inferior copies the lower third had made in Miss McCoy's thrifty hands. When he discovers the deception, it may amuse him. I do hope he regards it in the spirit that it was done, Miss Baconsop remarked, as a hardened schoolgirl. When Garibaldi found himself in court, charged with possession of counterfeit money, and with such a prison for 7 years, he could not work out from whence the nearly but not quite perfect copy of the Italian banknotes had come. Certainly he never suspected that it being transferred by Armada with the help of the nimble-fingered Mademoiselle Dupont. Oh. That explains how. Sorry, wrong was. That explains.
We have a time to stop.
I haven't finished my cigarette yet.
We have a time to stop. Time to continue.
Another pound to stop.
Stop, Sabbath. Stop, Sabbath. Is the time up anyway?
It is time, as the MC has spoken.
Right, any change you got
It
left
is,
you'd
because we
like
need to press the places with 3 authors.
Oh my God, you get
Right.
those through the door.
Yeah.
Give us all your money.
Especially 4.
And a bit of applause for the readers.
Hooray!